All right, so we're going to run through really quickly the steps for constructing congruent angles. Our mission with this activity is to construct an angle that is exactly the same size as this one here without using a protractor to measure. So the first thing we need to do is get together all the tools that are necessary to do this. First thing you need is a compass to draw a couple of circles. You also need a straight edge, a ruler or protractor would work. Anything else with a straight, sturdy edge would be good too. And preferably a pencil. You could use a pen if you needed to, but a pencil is really best. So the next step once you have your materials is to use your straight edge, to draw a ray, and this is going to be one side of our new angle. And I'm going to go ahead and label my ray as DE. So the next thing is to use our compass and draw a circle with its center here at point B. At this point, there's no certain size that this circle should be. You probably don't want to make it way out here. That's just going to be way bigger than you need and will go off of your paper. So then I'm going to label the 2 points where the circle and angle intersect as points F. It's going to be right here. And point G is going to be right there. So next, let's go ahead and use our compass to draw another circle with its center at point D. And this circle should be the same as the one you drew at point B. So their radius, the radius of each circle, should be congruent. And the point where the circle and the ray intersect is going to become, for me, point H. It's not always necessary to label the points, but this keeps me from having to say where the new circle intersects your new ray, and giving them labels as points works a whole lot better and is a lot more efficient. So the next thing we're going to do is use our compass, put the point of your compass at F and the pencil portion of your compass at G. And then with your compass open to that same width, you're going to draw a new circle. So these two segments are congruent. Okay, so now we're going to label the points where circle D and circle H intersect as I. Should be a D in there for and. A J. So I and J. So now I have my two circles drawn. I have 2 points of intersection here. My next step is to use my straight edge to connect either point I and D, which is what I chose to do, or I could connect points. I could have connected points D and J, but I chose to do this one. That way our angles also kind of look alike and you can see that they really are congruent. And so we put our 2 little arcs in here. Because this shows us, again, just like this statement, the single arc in each angle shows that these 2 angles are indeed congruent. And if we were to go ahead and take out our protractors and measure these, we would find within a degree or so of human error, they are two congruent angles. So what I'd like for you to do now is go back through the notes that you've taken and attempt to follow your notes to construct your own congruent angle. So draw yourself an angle first and then go through your steps to construct a congruent angle. You can always come back to the video if you find that you missed a step or you didn't quite write down enough notes for a step, and see how far you can get on constructing your own congruent angles.